Here's an SAT math tip and trick for you that deals with canceling units and cost equations. So to illustrate these tips, I'm going to take a look at question 15 from SAT Practice Test 5. So the question says, Alan drives an average of 100 miles each week. His car can travel at an average of 25 miles per gallon of gasoline. Alan would like to reduce his weekly expenditure on gasoline by $5. Assume gasoline costs $4 per gallon. Which equation can Alan use to determine how many fewer average miles M he should drive each week? Okay, so in this case, I have a cost equation. I want to reduce my cost by $5. So I'm going to set it equal to $5. Now I want to use my variable M for how many less average miles I'm driving. Okay, so my variable M is going to be my miles that I'm driving less, so my decrease in miles. Now I want to end with $5, right? So I'll put that right there. And this is where the canceling units comes in. If you can use units to cancel, you're going to be able to help yourself get to the correct answer. I'm going to show you why here. So we're going to have some amount of miles, M. Now we need to cancel miles because our final answer has to be in dollars. So if we're going to cancel miles and we have miles in our numerator right now, in our denominator we have to have some sort of miles, right? Now in this case, if I take a look at everything that I've underlined, the obvious choice here is going to be my 25 miles per gallon, okay? Why would I not pick that 100 miles each week? Because that's not including my gallons, and I also need my gallons to cancel because my cost is $4 per gallon. So up top, I'm going to have my $4 per gallon because I need dollars in my numerator in order to get, or I'm sorry, I need gallons in my numerator and in my denominator so that they cancel. So I'll go ahead and show you that. I've got $4 per gallon as my cost per gallon. I need to divide that then by that 25 miles per gallon. Okay, we see here that I have gallon over gallon. All right, I'll put that in red so you can see it. I'll underline it. We have a gallon over gallon. So those two are going to cancel. I also see I have amount of miles multiplied by a amount of miles driven M, right? Capital, I'll put a capital M there, just so you understand that that is my miles driven M. Put a capital M right there. I'll put it in black so that you can see it better. So we got our miles driven there. Right, so now we see that our gallons are going to cancel, we see that our miles are going to cancel, and we're going to be left with that $5 cost. So this is the equation that we're going to want. Another way that you can look at this as well is you can just think, if I want to save $5 and I have to drive a certain amount of miles less, I have to multiply then by the cost per mile, which means I'm going to take that $4 and I've got to split that $4 cost per gallon over how many miles I get per gallon. So that's another way you can think about these cost equations. Is you're driving some amount of miles M, you need the average cost per mile, which is going to be that $4 per gallon over the 25 miles you're getting per gallon. So you want to get it into that average cost per mile, and that's how you would do that. So correct answer here, if we look at our equations, we need to have 4 over 25 M equals 5, and we see that that answer there is going to be D. So D would be the correct answer there. So the big things to understand here is canceling units. We see in this one our gallons are going to cancel, our miles are going to cancel, and we're going to be left with our final answer in dollars, just like we need according to our question. And you see that the canceling of units can make sure you have things in the right place, right? For example, let's say you had 25 over 4. Your units will not cancel then, right? You had 25 miles per gallon all over $4 per gallon. And keep in mind that I'm showing you this. This is obviously the wrong answer, right? I showed you the correct answer. Now I'm showing you the wrong answer. So I'll actually write this all in red so you know it's wrong. But I just want to show you how the units won't cancel if you do it wrong. If you were to do this question wrong and you thought 25 went up top, I'm going to show you how your units aren't going to cancel out. All right, so if you had 4 on bottom, $4 per gallon, you see that your gallons will still cancel, but your miles, all right, you got to multiply by your amount of miles. Your miles, you're going to end up with miles squared, okay, because you have miles in your numerator and multiplied by it again in your numerator right there. So you'd end up with miles squared, and you need it to equal dollars. So that's a way that you can know if your answer is correct or incorrect, is if you get the wrong units. Okay, so that's an example of how canceling units is going to help you make sure that you're doing the problem correctly. All right, so hopefully that was helpful. If it was, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And as always, have a great day.